I'm quitting my job. You'll cover my rent. The text from my brother lit up my phone at midnight, slicing through the silence of my living room like a knife. My first reaction wasn't anger. It was confusion. My brother, Daniel, never asked. He demanded, and I usually gave in. But that night, staring at the flicker of his words, something inside me hardened. Pay it yourself, I typed back. My hands shook, not from defiance but from exhaustion. Years of being his safety net. Years of carrying burdens that weren't mine. I tossed my phone aside, exhaling. For once, I wouldn't cave. But the silence after my reply wasn't peace. It was heavy, crawling into the corners of the room like a shadow. And when my phone buzzed again, I wished I hadn't looked. Daniel. You really don't know, do you? Me, know what? Daniel. Ask your wife. She'll explain why I thought you owed me. My heart hammered. I read the words again, slower this time, as if they might change. But they didn't. The meaning was there, buried beneath his cruelty. I shot upright, every nerve in my body on fire. Ask your wife. Lena was asleep upstairs. Or at least she should have been. I moved like a ghost through the hallway, each step a war drum. The bedroom door creaked as I pushed it open, and there she was, lying in bed, turned to the wall, her breathing steady, too steady. Lena, I whispered, but it came out cracked. She stirred, turned, blinked at me with that half-annoyed, half-concerned face I'd known for 10 years. What's wrong? You look pale. My phone still trembled in my hand. I showed her the screen. Ask your wife. Her eyes flickered. Just a second, but I saw it. A flinch. Daniel's drunk, she muttered, rolling onto her back. He says whatever he thinks will sting. But she wouldn't look at me. And that was worse than a confession. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at her profile. My chest tightened with each inhale, my thoughts spiraling. What does he mean? Why her? Why now? My voice finally broke the silence. Lena, was there ever anything between you and my brother? The room froze. She didn't answer. Not right away. And silence, I realized, could be the loudest betrayal of all. Finally, her whisper cut through the dark. It was a mistake. My throat closed. My pulse roared in my ears. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out. I wanted to hit something, but my body felt like stone. How long? I croaked. Tears welled in her eyes. Months. After you started working late. After Daniel lost his job. I don't know how it happened. It just... Don't you dare say it just happened. My voice exploded, ricocheting off the walls. She flinched, pulling the blanket to her chest as if it could shield her. I stood, pacing, gripping my hair like I could rip the memory out before it rooted in my skull. The air was thick with her sobbing, with my rage, with a silence that carried every unsaid word between us. The betrayal sank deeper the longer I thought about it. Daniel's arrogance. Her weakness. My blindness. How could you? My voice was lower now, trembling with a brokenness I couldn't mask. With him of all people, my brother? Her face crumpled. I was lonely, Michael. You were distant and he was there. It wasn't love. It was a mistake I regret every second of. Regret doesn't erase it. I turned away, staring at the window, the reflection of a man I barely recognized. Hours bled together in fragments. Her begging, my silence, the suffocating weight of disbelief. By dawn, I couldn't stand being in the same room. I went downstairs, grabbed my jacket, and stepped outside into the biting air. The world was too quiet, as if it held its breath for me. My phone buzzed again. Daniel. So she told you. I clenched the phone so tight it nearly cracked. Rage surged through me, hot and wild. I wanted to drive to his place, drag him into the street, and tear him apart. But beneath that rage was something worse, an ache. My brother, my blood, had taken from me something he could never give back. I typed, fingers trembling. You're dead to me. But before I hit send, a thought stopped me. Dead to me. Wasn't that already true? Back inside, Lena sat at the kitchen table, eyes red, hands clutching a mug she hadn't touched. She looked smaller somehow, fragile. I'll do anything, she whispered. Therapy. Begging your forgiveness, every day. Just don't leave me. Her voice cracked, And I hated myself for feeling a pang in my chest. Because I still loved her. Even after everything. And that was the cruelest betrayal of all. My heart refusing to let go when it should have. Days passed in a haze of silence and stilted words. My brother texted again, calling me dramatic, saying Lena meant nothing, saying I was overreacting. Each message was gasoline on a fire I barely kept contained. Lena, meanwhile, tried. She cooked my favorite meals. She touched my arm when she passed me. She cried herself to sleep some nights, whispering apologies into the dark. But the air between us was poisoned. The final blow came a week later. I found Daniel's name on her phone. Not in recent calls. Not in texts. In photos. Hidden away, but not enough. Selfies. Smiles. A kiss blurred in motion. Proof. My chest caved as I stared at the images, while rising. It wasn't just a mistake. It wasn't loneliness. It was chosen. Repeated. Documented. I walked into the bedroom, phone in hand. She looked up, eyes wide, and in that instant she knew. This isn't something you come back from. I said, my voice calm, almost gentle. And that scared me more than the rage. Her tears came fast, desperate, but I didn't stay to watch. I packed a bag. Walked out. Closed the door on 10 years of marriage. On a brother I no longer had. On the man I thought I was. Outside, the world carried on. Birds sang. Cars passed. The sun rose like nothing had shattered. But inside me something had died. And the silence that followed wasn't peace. It was grief. And maybe freedom.